The conference focused extensively on the growing importance of tax as the time has been progressing. Over the last about 6 or 7 years, most of the MENA countries have really aligned themselves with the rest of the world when it comes to taxes. And Oman has been no different as well. We earlier used to have just the corporate income tax that we had to deal with. They added then the withholding tax. Withholding tax got further expanded in 17. Then in 18, we had the excise tax that got introduced. In 2021, we had the VAT that came in. And in between, Oman signed also the automatic exchange of information. We have introduced country by country reporting. Last year, on 31st December 24, we had the supplementary tax that got introduced, which was the Pillar 2 taxation. So the trajectory of change is so rapid as compared to what it used to be. So the message to the audience was also revolving around that keep yourself aligned to the trajectory of change because it is so rapid. It's very difficult for the entire organization to keep pace with it. Hence, the need of the hour is to have a tax function, 1 or 2 people in the organization which specialize from a tax perspective, and then they help mitigate and manage the risk that taxes pose to businesses today. And also, if you look at, when we start looking at the overall learning requirement within the organization, these tax function can actually help raise the awareness within the organization as well. And not to underestimate the importance of data, which is one source of truth. The number of compliances that an organization is now required to do, it needs to have that one source of truth so that it is able to then give the right response and the right data to the tax authority, because submitting wrong information can have a lot of reputational issues as well.
In the last 5 years, there's been a lot of changes in the GCC. Basically, introduction of more taxes. We've seen, a move more towards indirect taxes, introduction of excise tax, introduction of corporate taxes, but also other countries like UAE, which had never even had corporate tax, have introduced corporate taxes. Bahrain is also moving towards to introduce. So the tax base is basically increasing across. But with that also there is a lot of move towards digital transformation. So a lot of technology, the tax authorities are really transforming from that perspective. Those who already have the tax regime and tax laws are actually revamping their tax laws. They're coming up with new tax laws just to align with what's happening globally.
So, the regulatory environment is going to constantly evolve. The tax authority themselves are on a tax authority modernization project. And that project is heavily focusing on 2 elements. One is the skill development of the tax professionals who are working in the tax authority. And the second one is on data and technology. So how can technology help tax authority gather the right level of data from the taxpayer so that they are able to, skip the basic collection of data and then straight away ask more value-added questions around what is their strategy, what is their business plan, what is the expansion that they're doing, and then realize that how much is the fair share of tax that they can collect out of it. So when we look at the tax authority going through this journey, taxpayers will have to align themselves with the same journey. One is, in order to respond to the tax authority, they will have to embrace technology. So as this entire journey is evolving, the importance of embracing technology in tax is going to only increase. The organizations which are able to embrace this on a quicker pace will get a lot of benefit of cost.
Oman has actually taken a lot of proactive steps actually to move forward. For example, when it comes to Pillar 2, Oman was actually the third one among the 6, Oman was the third one to issue the legislation ahead of even UAE and Qatar. So they have taken steps to move toward direction. And for the past, I would say 1 year or so, there's been a lot of changes and improvement within the administration steps. There's a lot of actually, you had today the Director General sharing some of the structural changes happening at the actually authority level to make them more efficient.